The president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
President Donald Trump says he will begin the process of releasing government files related to alien and extraterrestrial life. In a post to Truth Social, President Trump says the decision is based on tremendous interest shown by the public. He says the government files will be related to alien and extraterrestrial life, unidentified aerial phenomena, that's UAPs, and UFOs. Trump today criticised former US President Barack Obama for saying aliens are real, claiming his predecessor has revealed classified information.
At ipakita na sa publiko ang records tungkol sa X-Files. Hindi ito yung Epstein Files, ha? Ito yung X-Files. Ayon po kay President Trump, nagbibigay siya ng direktiba sa Department of Defense at iba pang ahensya ng Amerika na ilabas sa publiko ang mga record tungkol daw po sa tinatawag na extraterrestrial, alien life, maging ng unidentified aerial phenomena at ng unidentified flying objects. Ba?
The president can declassify anything that he wants to, so if you want to make an announcement.
I may get him out of trouble by declassifying.
Barack Obama said that aliens are real. Have you seen any evidence of non-human visitors to Earth?
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know?
So aliens are real.
Well, I don't know if they're real or not. I can tell you he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that.
Well,
he made a big mistake. He took it out of classified information. No, I don't have an opinion on it. I never talk about it. A lot of people do. A lot of people believe it.
Idinimpo ni Trump na kailangan nang mailabas sa publiko ang anyay highly complex information at isinalarawan niyang extremely interesting and important matters. Una po rito ay binanatan ni Trump si dating US President Barack Obama dahil sa paglalabas ng classified information tungkol sa alien life at kinastigo na hindi ito dapat ginawa ng dating Pangulo ng Amerika. Unang sinabi ni Obama na totoong may extraterrestrial life bagaman hindi pa niya nakikita ang mga alien. Alien. Hindi nag-react. Sabi ko, alien.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. You know? He gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake.
Well, Barack Obama later clarified he was guessing, stating the chances of being visited by aliens is low, and I saw no evidence during my presidency that extraterrestrial.
Mga kamisteryo, ngayong gabi ito pag-usapan natin tungkol sa existence ng mga extraterrestrial sa mga alien beings. And of course, yung mga UFO sightings, UAP na talagang very controversial, na matagal nang itinago sa publiko. And at last, based na rin sa statement ni US President Donald Trump, meron daw siyang order to release all the records, all the information tungkol sa UFOs, aliens, and extraterrestrial life. Meron siyang direktiba sa kanilang Department of Defense, the so-called Department of War, sa kanilang Secretary of War, to release all this information, itong mga X-Files, and maybe once and for all, malaman na ano nga bang katotohanan tungkol sa existence ng mga extraterrestrials or alien beings and yung mga UFO sightings sa paligid. Kasi matagal ng panahon, matagal na nagtitiis, matagal nang itinatago ang mga impormasyon na yan. kahit na may mga proof of encounters and sightings. Kaya yon. And sinasabi nga rito, ang taguan dyan, yung Area 51 at iba pang mga classified US bases around the world. Now I think it's about time for us to know the truth about this. And we have some guests tonight na magbibigay sa atin ng kanilang mga opinion, kanilang mga idea, kanilang nalalaman tungkol sa ganitong usapin. And para mapagtahi-tahi natin, kasi binabanggit dito, naglabas daw ng information tong si former President Barack Obama na nakarating kay President Trump, na inis si President Trump. So yun ang kanyang decision to release all this information and records based dun sa isang podcast kung saan interview si former President Barack Obama. Meron siyang conclusion na aliens exist and they are real, pero wala naman siyang personal na encounter with them.
Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51?
Area 51. There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
Well, he gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He gave classified information. He's not supposed to be doing that. He made a big mistake.
Okay, so napag-usapan itong tungkol sa na direktiba ni President Trump to release itong X-Files, itong mga dokumento tungkol sa UFO sightings, extraterrestrial encounters at iba pa na sinasabing itinatago raw matagal ng panahon. So, tingnan natin anong magiging outcome nito. And ito, sandali lang panoorin mo natin itong isang video dito. I think ito is isa to sa mga development right after the statement of President Trump habang siya nakasakay sa Air Force One. Ito yung update, and I think this is follow-up dun sa sinasabi ni President Trump na dapat nang i-release itong mga extraterrestrial files. Alright, panoorin natin to.
Says it will work with other agencies to fulfill President Trump's directive to release files related to extraterrestrial life and unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. Now, this comes after the president gave the directive on his social media. Let's bring in Avi Loeb, astrophysicist and director of the Institute for Theory and Computation at Harvard University, and the author of Extraterrestrial, the first sign of intelligent life beyond Earth. Avi, thank you so much for joining.
Itong si Avi Loeb ay very famous siya ngayon. Masyadong maingay yung kanyang pangalan dahil sa lalo na yung pumasok sa atin sa solar system natin, itong 3I Atlas na according to him is not just a comet, but it is an extraterrestrial craft, mothership from other planets na pumasok sa atin. Pero siya nga rin nagbabanggit, very controversial siya. Siya nagbabanggit na magkaroon ng alien invasion na hindi naman nangyari. Alright. Okay, so now meron siya reaction dito sa direktiba ni President Trump na ilabas ang mga files, X-Files, tungkol sa UFOs, UAPs, and extraterrestrials. Pakinggan natin yung kanyang reaction tungkol dito.
Joining us. I want to start with this. What challenges do you see in declassifying information relating to extraterrestrial life and UAPs?
Well, thanks for having me. The material that is currently classified could be classified in order for adversarial nations not to be aware of the level, the quality of the data that we collect in defending the nation. And as a result of that, even if it deals with objects that have nothing to do with our adversaries, the Pentagon and the intelligence agencies might be reluctant to share it. There could be another reason that both the Pentagon and the intelligence agencies are unable to identify some objects, and they do not want to admit that they're not doing their job, so they don't want to face scrutiny on the. For example, we all know about the story of the Chinese spy balloon that was not identified for a while, and so for a variety of reasons, some of this data is under wraps and difficult to declassify. However, my point is that anything to do with what happened 50 years ago is irrelevant to the battlefield today. So the technologies that humans employed back then are very much inferior to what we are using now, and therefore that kind of data should be released and shared with scientists so we can help government figure it out.
Okay, so yun, yung point niya doon. So for him, uma-agree siya na dapat nang i-release itong mga documents na ito. Eh meron nga siyang binabanggit na masyado nang obsolete yung mga gamit ngayon, and it's about time that the people should know, the public should know what's going on, if the extraterrestrials really exist, or they're already here and they are conniving with powerful nations like the US, malalaman natin. So, ito yung sinasabi niya na it's about time. Kasi masyado ng kumbaga napag-iwanan na yung technology ng tao, maybe maging open na sa public, baka magkaroon na ng human aliens or extraterrestrials could work together to develop technologies. Siguro, I think, hindi naman siguro dapat na i-focus sa weaponry, di ba? Siguro dapat na i-focus kung how human beings should survive sa mga upcoming years, maaaring may mga cataclysm sa mga susunod na mga pagkakataon. Wala naman sana. Katok tayo sa wood, ha? Ito, pakinggan ulit natin si Professor Avi Loeb of Harvard University.
Because there is a remote chance that maybe there was evidence for technologies that originated beyond this Earth.
That is so interesting. And Avi, this is a topic that so many people find fascinating for one reason or another. And I almost have to ask here, should we temper our expectations? Because I'm sure people are expecting to find out some sort of shocking information once this is all released.
Well, it all depends on what the government holds secret, and as of now, we just don't know. I haven't been exposed to that evidence, but there are people that either serve within government or military personnel that told us that there is something really unusual that we haven't seen, and so in that sense, I'm very curious to figure it out. I think there is something out there, and that's the reason that the former President Obama talked about it, and the current President Trump initiated this release. It means that it's quite likely that there are people within government that just don't know what to make of it. And in that case, perhaps it indicates something really unusual, and it will open a new age of disclosure that potentially would lead to the next Copernican revolution, where, right now we know we're not at the center of the universe, but we still think that we are at the top of the food chain of the Milky Way galaxy, and we might find out that there is actually a more accomplished sibling of our family of intelligent civilizations out there.
All right.
Avi, do you think the Pentagon will actually put out all the information it has about extraterrestrial life? Or, in your opinion, what information do you think they can safely put out so the public can digest?
they can safely disclose information that is beyond any doubt unrelated to human-made technologies. If you see an object behaving in ways that are well outside the performance envelope of existing human technologies, that should be released. If you see something accelerating, at an unprecedented rate or moving at very high speed, that cannot be done by our equipment, and we know pretty much what adversarial nations are using. So that is the kind of data that should be shared, and also data from a long time ago that is not relevant to the present-day battlefield. So I do feel that there is a lot for them to consider, and I would be happy to either help Congress analyze that kind of evidence, or perhaps collaborate with people at the Pentagon that, for example, at the office that was established there, the All Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, to analyze such anomalies.
All right, Avi, I have to ask about this. Obviously, you are the expert here. So what kind of information have you seen in regards to intelligent alien life through all of your work in this topic?
Yeah, I haven't seen any conclusive evidence, but we really did not fund any substantive research in this direction. And, right now, the mainstream of the astronomy community is willing to allocate more than $10 billion in the search for microbes, looking for the chemical fingerprints of microbes in the atmospheres of planets around other stars. But I argue that we should allocate similar funds to the search for technological signatures, because they might be easier to detect, even if microbes are far more abundant. And I think it's a matter of common sense to imagine, especially if you read the news every day, you realize there could be a smarter kid on the block. We are not that smart.
Yeah, I mean, you are not wrong at all. I completely agree. Avi Loeb, thank you so much for your time today on 24/7. We appreciate it.
Thank you, Avi Loeb. Ayan. Okay, tanong na yun. Pero wala wala tayong narinig na sinabi kung meron na nga ba siyang nakitang mga evidence. Pero very interesting itong mga ganitong mga discussion today. Mayroon pa akong, alam niyo, very very familiar dito yung si Bob Lazar. I don't know kung meron pa siyang latest na interview tong si Bob Lazar. Try natin siyang i-check Okay. Kung meron siyang bago. Okay? Si Bob Lazar, ito yung sinasabing hinire daw ng US government many years ago at napunta sa Area 51 dun sa pinakamalalim na level, which is for him he called it S4 facility sa may I think it's Groom Lake, no? Sa Nevada. Alright, so si Bob Lazar, ano bang bago kay Bob Lazar ngayong 2026? So let's check. I-check natin. 1 month ago, the artificial intelligence AI Bob Lazar story. Okay. Ito yung kanyang istorya. But this one is AI. So, tandali nga, tinangan natin to. Very interesting.
It appeared to move by manipulating gravity itself. As Bob Lazar was hired to work on the propulsion system of a craft hidden deep within the Nevada desert. The craft did not rely on engines, fuel, or conventional thrust. It appeared to move by manipulating gravity itself. As Bob worked more closely with the technology, he came to understand that it wasn't manufactured using any known human process. The way it functioned all pointed to something fundamentally different. The project Bob had been brought into involved far more than a single craft, and far more than a single discovery. And understanding how it all fit together would take him far deeper than he ever expected. If this helps you fall asleep tonight, you can tap the like button tomorrow morning. And if you remember any dreams when you wake up, your mind's pointing the way. No destination boards, no airline branding. Just a plain doorway, easy to miss unless you already knew to look for it. Inside, the atmosphere shifted. A small group of people were already waiting. They didn't speak. They didn't ask questions. They sat with the calm familiarity of people who understood the routine well enough not to comment on it.
Tungkol lang sa istorya ni Bob Lazar. Iwan muna natin to. Iwan natin to. Ano ba nakalagay dito? Okay. I think yung story kasi ni Bob Lazar, sinira yung kanyang credentials mula nang lumabas siya sa Area 51. So parang hindi na siya dapat paniwalaan, parang binabanggit. Anyway, maybe some other time may malaman natin to in the future, no? Ano pang magiging kahinatnan ni Bob Lazar. Pero I remember, kailan ba yon na feature natin sa Gabi ng Misteryo, yung allegedly alien invasion sa Miami, Florida. Di ba? Sa Miami, Florida, sinasabi meron daw nagpakitang mga aliens sa Miami, Florida. Sandali. Ngayon, titingnan natin yung update kung may update ngayong 2026. Alien invasion, real UFO sightings. Ito yan. Okay. Sandali nga. Mga nagre-react na rito Ito 2 years ago pa pala to, no? Diba? 2 years ago. Ito yung kainitan nung allegedly alien invasion. Okay. Here we go. Tingnan natin to. Okay.
I'm 65, and today I'm switching from doing nothing to Tai Chi chair workouts.
Okay.
Today, there was a massive police...
And now...
Okay. Ito yan. Mag-flashback muna tayo. Yung allegedly alien invasion sa Miami.
Okay, and now to our number one trending story on CBSMiami.com.
It involves talk of alien sightings at Bayside Marketplace. On New Year's Day, there was a massive police response in downtown Miami. More than 50 young people armed with sticks began fighting. Police say juveniles were also setting off fireworks, causing chaos.
So now people are posting online saying that police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall, shadowy aliens. Conspiracy theories are saying a big creature could be seen standing in front of the entrance to the shopping area, Bayside. Today, the phrases Miami Mall and aliens in Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending tab. Twitter, of course, now called X. And Google News even has several reports questioning the event.
So we reached out to the Miami Police Department. They issued a statement saying in part, quote, "There were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs."
Yun. Right after that, allegedly close encounters with extraterrestrials or aliens, may nilabas na statement ang Miami Police. Wala raw UFO or ETs. At wala ring outages. Pero very strong yung very firm yung testimonies ng mga eyewitnesses during the time.
No airports were closed, no power outages. Facepalm emoji was included in the statement. And to read up on the story that has gone viral, just head to our website. It is cbsmiami.com.
All right. So, saan may mga witnesses ng Miami na yan? Miami, Florida alien invasion. Ano lang to, nire-review lang natin yung mga nakalipas na mga reports about this. Hindi masyadong pinapatos ng mainstream media, pero in the US masyado maingay, no? Masyado maingay. Okay, here we go. Ito yun eh. So 2 years ago, this is January, this was 2024, right? Ito yung nangyari noon. Dali. Ito yung nangyari noon.
Work today is broken. Every day, people juggle so many different tools just to get.
Placencia is live in downtown Miami with more. And Amanda, several teens have been arrested.
Yes, Juan, 4 teens have been arrested between the ages of...
Dali lang.
But by now, you've probably seen this. The videos on your social media feed. Teens spreading panic at Bayside Marketplace. Groups fighting, lighting fireworks, and damaging stores. Amanda Placencia is live in downtown Miami with more. And Amanda, several teens have been arrested.
Yes, Juan, 4 teens have been arrested between the ages of 14 and 16 years old after wreaking havoc last night here in Bayside. And we've learned that fireworks, which were mistaken for gunshots, are what led to that major police response.
A massive police response at Bayside on New Year's Day. Videos posted all over social media Monday night showed dozens of police officers swarming the area after the call initially came in as an active shooter. According to arrest reports, police say a large group of teens started causing a riot inside the mall and were lighting loud fireworks. They were entering businesses possibly armed with sticks, causing damage inside stores, and just creating panic for people inside Bayside. As officers tried to control the situation, they had to shut down Biscayne Boulevard for 6 blocks until the all-clear was given. We are not reporting their names because they are minors, but 4 teens between the ages of 14 and 16 years old were arrested during the mayhem. Now that it's calm a day later, tourists and those who live in South Florida weighed in on what happened.
A little bit worried about the security in the area. I have a baby, as you can see, so I think it's could be like dangerous for the families that visiting around here.
I heard what happened, I think, last night or New Year's in the downtown. So, yeah, I guess that was like a very dangerous thing.
Later in the night, a group of 50 teens also caused a disturbance at a nearby 7-Eleven. One victim in the chaos told police that a teen threw a bottle at his car, and when he got out to ask who threw it, there was an argument and he was jumped by a group of male teens. He told police that they went into his car and stole his iPhone. 2 of the teens were arrested for resisting an officer without violence. The other 2 are facing a host of charges, including burglary, grand theft, battery, and resisting an officer without violence. The president of the Downtown Neighbors Alliance had a statement about Monday night's situation, which read in part, a concerned resident mistook the fireworks.
Ito yung mga sinasabing parang masyado nang dinown, parang tawag dito, ini-small na yung about alien invasion. Okay, ano pa ba yung mga, ito yan descended, okay. Another one. Rumors of shadow aliens at Bayside. Ito. Okay. Tingnan natin to.
The body scanner reveals the brutal truth about your body that your regular scale will never tell you. For weeks.
Okay.
Rumors of aliens invading Miami are going viral on social media.
This is for real, folks. The conspiracy theory stems from a large police presence at Bayside Marketplace on New Year's Day. Take a good look at your screen. Are those aliens walking in front of Bayside Marketplace in downtown Miami? Online conspiracy theorists are saying that shadowy figure not far from parked Miami police cars appears to be an alien.
Honestly, I think it looks pretty real to me. Alien look pretty chill.
I'd be friends with an alien. I think it'd be pretty cool.
The viral video was allegedly taken during that massive police presence at Bayside on New Year's Day. Crowds of young people armed with sticks began fighting. Police say juveniles were also setting off fireworks that some believed was gunfire, resulting in chaos.
There's a big crowd of people running out of Bayside and kind of grouping up outside. And then we hear more commotion, and now they're all just running through the streets, running between cars, almost getting hit by cars, and it was like absolute chaos.
Now, rumors are circulating on social media saying police weren't there to handle a group of rowdy teens, but rather 8 to 10 feet tall shadow aliens.
But
The real question is, are they friendly? Are they after us? Are they gonna attack us? Are they gonna do world domination on us? Who knows, man?
The phrases Miami Mall and aliens in Miami have been among the top 10 searches on Twitter's trending tab. And Google News even has several reports questioning the event. Miami police saying in part, there were no aliens, UFOs, or ETs. No airports were closed. No power outages. The statement ended with a facepalm emoji. Now, to read up on the story, and a lot of people are interested in the story because it's gone viral. Check it out for yourself. Go to our website.
Okay, so yun, mga ka-misteryo. Pinapakita natin to. Pero isa pa, gusto ko ipakita rin to. Yung investigation ng US Senate about UFO sightings. Actually, tuloy-tuloy pa rin yan, di ba? Yung mga investigation na yan. UFO sightings. Ito, UFO hearing. Recently, meron ito, no? 1 year ago, meron pa rito. Sandali lang. Alright, another 1 year. 2 months ago. 3 months ago. Ito yung mga previous na hearings na rin. Pakinggan nga natin yung may binabanggit dito, ano. Alright. U.S. Congress to pull back the curtain on UFOs, Capitol Hill. Ito, mga na-recount. Okay, mas okay to. Tingnan natin to. Alright.
How to articulate thoughts into words more clearly. All it takes is 15 minutes a day.
Okay.
I now recognize Mr. Nusatelli for his opening statement.
Good morning. Thank you, Chairwoman Luna, Ranking Member Crockett, and members of the task force for giving us the opportunity to testify today. My name is Jeffrey Nusatelli. I'm a former military police officer with 16 years of active duty service in the U.S. Air Force. I'm here today because the American people have both the right and the responsibility to know the truth about unidentified aerial phenomenon. That truth remains hidden, classified and silenced by fear, retaliation, stigma, and confusion. Today, we are here to help break that silence.
Okay.
Between 2003 and 2005, 5 UAP incidents occurred at Vandenberg Air Force Base, home to the National Missile Defense Project, a top national security priority. At the time, we were conducting launches deemed by the National Reconnaissance Office as the most important in 25 years. These were historic launches. These facilities were vital, and they were repeatedly visited by UAP. Each incident was witnessed by multiple personnel, documented, investigated, and reported up the chain of command. We sent information up, but we got no guidance down on how to handle these events.
Sa mga kamisteryo natin, pinapakita ko to kasi sa ibang bansa, tulad ng US, which is first world country, sineseryoso nila itong ganitong usapin. Alright. Whereas sa third world countries like Philippines, hindi pa masyadong hindi pinag-uusapan to, no? Ayan, tulad sa Senate. Marami tayong pinagkakabalang iba rito. Pinagkakabalaan dito, away politika. Anyway, okay. Pasintabi ho sa mga natamaan. Pero siguro tama rin naman yung dapat i-divert naman natin yung ating attention sa pangkalahatan na sitwasyon, hindi lang yung ating mga political ambition, hindi lang yung mga kalokohang ginagawa, no. Pero of course, yung kalokohang ginagawa dapat talagang matigil yung mga kalokohan na yan dito sa Pilipinas. Now, here in the US, they're trying to tell us, to show us that the existence of extraterrestrials can be proven kung totoo based na rin sa mga accounts ng mga witnesses. Kaya very interesting, maganda yung development na binabanggit ni Trump to reveal, to expose tong mga X-Files na to. Nagsabi na iba, pang diversion na dun sa Epstein Files na mukhang sabit si Trump at iba pang mga matataas opisyal, regardless, meron talaga namang dapat na i-resolve na issue about itong mga classified information sa mga alien ships or UFOs, UAP sightings. Alright. Ilang ba to? Okay.
I personally witnessed one of these events and investigated others as they occurred. 6 other service members have provided me with the information that I will share with you today. The incursions began on October 14th, 2003, when Boeing contractors reported a massive glowing red square silently hovering over 2 missile defense sites. After several minutes, it drifted further east onto the base and vanished over the hills. This event, now known as the Vandenberg Red Square, was referenced by Representative Luna at the first hearing on this topic. Official Air Force records of this event are in possession by Aero and the FBI. Later that night, while I was on duty, security guards at a critical launch site reported a bright, fast-moving object over the ocean. I responded to the incident. Chaos ensued over the radio as the object approached rapidly. I heard my friends screaming, "It's coming right at us, it's coming right for us, and now it's right here." Moments later, I heard them say that it had shot off and was gone. When I arrived on scene, I talked to 5 shaken witnesses who described a massive triangular craft larger than a football field that hovered silently for about 45 seconds over their entry control point before shooting away at impossible speed. About a week later, another patrol reported a light over the ocean, behaving erratically. Believing it might be an unannounced aircraft, they declared an emergency, and an armed response force responded.
Putulin ko muna rito, na may nakita akong isa sa mga nagsasada rito. Ewan ko kung kasama na rito sa tinanong. Si George Knapp, magaling na to, about, hindi yata naipakita rito yung pagsasalita niya. Alright, anyway. Okay, so yan mga kamisteryo.
Gabi ng Misteryo.